Hey guys, this is Simon from Fateless. This is another video where we talk about some of the art design, some of the champion work that we've had going on in the last few weeks. I want to keep on the topic of Leonidas here. So Leonidas, I said it wrong last time. He's actually an epic in our game. In my brain, he was a legendary, but he doesn't quite make the legendary cut. But anyway, in this video, we're going to talk about basically our final design. What does it look like? How did we get there? Show you some of the detail, but also we got the artist, a 3D artist, to basically live capture himself making the shield. And what we've got here is a sped up version of that live capture in this video. Just because it's super interesting, honestly. Let me know if you like this type of content, because we can turn some more stuff on in terms of the actual champion designs or some of the other weaponry we're doing. But really, really cool. I love it. I absolutely love this type of artistic flair. So at the end of the video, you will see the final design of Leonidas in his 3D form. And you will also see a sneak peek of a different piece of artwork, which I'm probably not supposed to show. So anyway, let's just have a quick recap. Leonidas kind of started in this concept phase. So, you know, we know Spartans, we know the kind of like the whole 300 theme, and we went heavily into that. So this was a concept with his weaponry. Our feedback to the concept artist was, we just need to upscale some of the weaponry a bit, but ultimately we really love the design. So we then went into this kind of like whole build mode. Now, Walter started building this hero on the 16th of February. So we're talking like 2 weeks, start to finish, for a 3D hero of this sort of level. And he did this kind of like first block out, you know, just making sure we got proportions in the right state. Very simple kind of like line quality imagery, still with some detail actually on the cloak and stuff, but not fully detailed. Yeah, we then went in and saw what that looks like in terms of a proxy mesh. So I covered these things in my last video about this, and we fed back, you know, a few points about the change. Walter then went in and basically updated a lot of the individual items to start to give them some more detail. Things like the kind of like forearm guards, things like the kilt in terms of some of their detailing. Things like the shield guards, yeah, and the sandals. And then we started to get to this point where we had a really kind of like more detailed look of Leonidas. Then went on and started to add some of the colored work and, you know, the plume, and started to color in the cape and put some of the finer details in. We started to get some really cool work. I think this is probably where we got up to last time, where I was showing you kind of like, you know, some of the gold embroidery coming on and a kind of like real cool physique of a finished piece. Now, let's get into show you the shield and how it was designed, and yeah, how we ended up with a super cool, sweet shield. So I hope you enjoyed that. I mean, just to see some of the intricate work that goes into even some of the detailing of the small pieces within the shield, I think it's fantastic. You'll notice as well, we got the first sneak peek of a faction symbol here. So in the middle of the shield is the Olympus symbol. And I guess I'll show you quickly before we go into the final look of Leonidas. This is when he got, they call it baking him down. So when he got baked, he gets kind of baked down in this kind of like lower poly way. So, you know, basically decolorized and what have you. And then we get on to our final design. Let me just grab the final design, which is here. And this is now how, let's just stop for a second. Look at the scarring. Look at the work that goes into this. Look at some of the kind of work that's gone on to the metals. This is the shield now fully finished with that Olympus design in the middle. And some of the bits that you saw during that kind of like a sped up view of him building the shield. Super cool work. And you can see, you know, sometimes, I guess sometimes people will just use assets from a store and what have you, but you can see we're designing these pieces from scratch. Bearing in mind, this is a 2-week piece of work, I think it's actually a fantastic job. So that's going to be it for Leonidas. He's our first epic champion that is finished and will be transported into the build, which we'll see real soon, actually. But the last sneak peek for this video, just because I'm super psyched by it, the art director, Alex from Magic Media, basically pulled together a new champion who is... We've got different base meshes. This base mesh here is like a heroic male. This one that we're going to be looking at is actually a male in our Hulk male. That's what we've called it. Just means he's a bit more beefed up. Okay. And this is the Green Knight. Now, I'm going to zoom in a second. You're going to see some of the detailed work. This is front view concept work, back view line work so that a 3D artist can start to do the job. Let me just zoom in on some of the detail here because it is absolutely beautiful. We've almost got this Doctor Doom-esque kind of feel to it. And by the way, anything I'm showing you now will still have things like VFX added. So Leonidas's eyes will probably have some sort of glow and, you know, what have you. But just look at the detail of the armor here. So he's the Green Knight. You can see the kind of the tells to all of his mythology in his armor. Just super detailed, really cool work. Going right the way down the armor. I was really psyched by this one. And then obviously the weaponry as well. The weaponry probably will just get a bit more detail even than what we've seen here. But yeah, super cool design. Don't tell anyone else I'm sharing you this one. But yeah, let me know what you think of this style of video where we show some of the actual work going on. Is it something you'd like? Because we can do the same type of thing with recording some of the concept work being done and recording some of the other 3D work if you like it. Anyway, I've been Simon from Fateless. I'll catch you soon.